Hello everyone. Today we'll solve another problem related to resultant. The problem is two persons A and B desire to lift a 300-pound object. If A lifts 160 pound at an angle of 18 degree with the vertical, determine the force B must exert to achieve the resultant 300-pound vertical lift. Solve algebraically and graphically. So to visualize the problem, we will first draw it. Here we can see that the object is 300 pound and it needs a vertical lift. So the lift will be upward. And person A pulls by the force of 160 pound at an angle of 18 degree. So let's assume it this way. Here the problem says that we need to find the B person's exerted amount of force. So the second person, which is B, he needs to be at somewhere along this line, which he will be pulling the weight from. Okay. So to do that, let's assume it. For the magnitude of the resultant, let's assume the second person which is B also lifts the weight at an angle of 18 degree. So to solve that, we can now use this. To F1 into F2 cos alpha. Here the F1 force which is exerted by the person A or the first person is 160 pound and the resultant here is 300 pound. And the alpha cone will be 18 degree plus 18 degree, so it will be 36 degree. Because the alpha angle is between the A force and the B force. So this is the whole section is alpha. Now let's apply the values. Okay, equal 160 square plus F2 square, because we don't know the value yet, plus 2 into 160 into F2 into cos 36 degree. Now if we assemble it, we get F2 square plus 2 into 160 into cos 36 degree F2 plus 160 square minus 300 square equal 0. Now if we solve it more, we get 2 into 160 into cos 36 equals 258.89 F2 and then 160 square minus 300 square, we get negative 64,400 equals 0. So now we can calculate it through degrees. Here A is equal to 1, B is equal to 258.89, C is equal to minus 64,400 equals 0. So we get F2 is equal to 155.43 pound, or F2 is equal to minus 414.32 pound. Here this value is invalid because we want to pull the weight upward, and if we use the negative values, then the direction of the B force will be downward, so that wouldn't help it to lift upwards. So we will use the positive value, so that will be the B force's magnitude, or we can say the B must exert 155.43 pound of force to give the resultant a 300 pound vertical lift. Thank you for watching.